Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Games based on anime may not have the greatest of track records when viewed as a whole, but if you look past the stacks of Sammy arena fighters and pools of shallow action games, you'll find a bunch of gems that successfully translate over the magic of anime or manga into video game form. So I made a list of best 10 anime video games to play in 2023. Let me know in comments if I missed out on any games that should be included, and as always don't forget to like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed this video. When it comes to anime games, Dragon Ball FighterZ is about as good as it gets. If you want an anime game that fully embraces the source material, paying homage to iconic moments in a way that feels genuine, Dragon Ball FighterZ is definitely your game. It's also one of the best fighting games available right now. This game takes characters from across the different sagas of the anime and manga and sticks them all together for a slickly made fighting game that's easy to learn but will take dozens of hours to fully master. Persona 5 is one of the best games ever made. The developer behind the series has a knack for hiding simple JRPG systems and mechanics under a blanket of style and narrative, leading to a unique experience with familiar gameplay. If you've never played a Persona game, the setup is simple. You play as a student pulled between two worlds. During most days you attend school, meet friends, build your social stats, and do whatever else a student does. The friends you meet and bonds you build transition over to another world, where you take on elaborately designed dungeons in classic JRPG fashion.
Queen! Use this opportunity. Pass the baton and follow up!
Let's go. Ravage them!
Marvelous!
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot delivers on a long-standing request from this franchise fans, an open-world Dragon Ball Z game. That's what Kakarot is, following the exact same arcs featured in the anime set to the backdrop of an open world. Even if you've finished the anime, Kakarot is worth a play with all of its side content. From fishing to cooking to fighting optional enemies, the world of Kakarot is stuffed to the brim with things to do and secrets to uncover, even if the side content isn't the main draw of the game. For us, the game stands out during combat. Frantic with barely a moment to breathe, you feel like a true scion when playing, as you dodge incoming attacks with ease and fire off-key blasts at your opponent. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 2 is a very fun fighting game that contains some great animation which is clean and sharp. The star of the game are the over-the-top characters and flawless fighting system that gives gamers a break from titles such as Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. Those who have never seen the series before may be a little disadvantaged because of their lack of back history, but the developers have added enough story to let you into this universe. If you are after a truly outrageous fighter that is fun, then Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 2 is that game. The Japanese publisher-developer's mastery within the anime fighting game space is unmatched. Even when Arc System Works stepped away from the Guilty Gear franchise to create something new in the form of BlazBlue, it still held up its usual level of quality. The final version of the BlazBlue games arrived on American shores in 2016 and was the best installment yet. New battle modes were thrown in to expand the game's already massive array of special moves, plus the expanded roster was the best form of a final thank you from its dedicated dev team. Ragna the Blood Edge journey concluded here in the best way possible. The Azure Saga was surely a fun and memorable one. Genshin Impact is a free-to-play RPG like almost nothing else we've seen. This game can be considered one of the best open-world games available due to its regular updates and introducing new regions to explore and characters to meet. Its combat system hides a surprising amount of depth, relying upon the elemental synergy between your party members and helped along by equipment that can boost their base stats even further. There are camps of enemies to clear out for chests, puzzles to solve using environmental abilities and resources you can use to craft and cook. You can also explore the gorgeous world of this game with up to 3 other friends.
Just like we rehearsed!
The original Final Fantasy XIV was a disappointment, but since the remake launched in 2013, the game has been praised extensively for its endearing story, visual appeal and innovative approach to class leveling. Instead of needing to make outs to experience the various classes in the game, Final Fantasy XIV allows you to switch your weapon at level 10 and start leveling a different class, allowing you to inhabit whatever role you feel like while still playing as the same adorable character you've grown attached to. Regular updates and larger expansions like Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker have kept fans entertained for years.
Bereft of hope, and now dignity. 'Twas a grand, glorious dream we shared.
I won't lose them. Not a one.
Taking place long before the era of Phoenix Wright and Miles Edgeworth, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles stars Phoenix's forefather, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, who sets sail to 19th century England from Japan and is tasked with uncovering the truth behind a series of mysterious happenings. On his travels he meets legendary detective Sherlock Holmes, though he's based on Arthur Conan Doyle's famous protagonist. Holmes is not quite as shrewd. Fortunately, Ryunosuke is there to help him. With all the wit and eccentricity of the original Ace Attorney games, Chronicles is a must-play for visual novel fans and budding detectives.
Objection!
Dragon Quest XI, on the surface, has no business being as good as it is. As the 11th mainline entry in a series that basically started the JRPG genre, Dragon Quest XI doesn't do much to evolve gameplay. The world is divided into semi-open sections, battles are turn-based with clear character classes, and the leveling system is reminiscent of Final Fantasy X, where you spend skill points earned during battle to unlock new abilities. It's the characters and story that drive this game forward, making the often simplistic gameplay enjoyable instead of underwhelming. Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom marks more than one departure from its excellent predecessor, but stands on its own as an ambitious, rewarding JRPG with a massive heart in its center. Studio Ghibli wasn't involved this time around. Battling is no longer turn-based, and there's a whole new city management gameplay loop and skirmish battles. It's true Ni no Kuni 2 wasn't graced with Studio Ghibli heading up the art direction, but you might not know it at first glance. Characters have that same Ghibli look and environments look hand-brushed, but a closer look reveals some discrepancies. This game benefits from some of the most diverse, enchanting towns I've explored in a video game, and that charm bleeds through the entire experience.